Good morning, 5th grade. This is grammar lesson 37 for Tuesday, March 24th. It's about 3 kinds of conjunctions. There's coordinating conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions, and correlative conjunctions. Okay, so I'm going to be uploading a picture of a poster that I'll make in a little while. But I wanted to get you started with reading this section out loud, and then I'll read the questions for practice A and B out loud for you too. All right, so it says a conjunction joins words or groups of words in a sentence. There are 3 kinds. So the first one is the coordinating conjunction, and those are going to be the words and, but, and or. And they join 2 simple sentences together to make a compound sentence. So it's kind of like 2 simple words joined together to make a compound word. You're using groups of words to make a compound sentence. It's going to have 2 parts. All right. The conjunction and also joins simple sentences and simple predicates to form compound subjects and compound predicates. Sounds like a lot. So let's look at some of these examples. It says, Kim and I like the Science Museum. So this sentence we could take and say, Kim likes the Science Museum, and we could have a sentence that says, I like the Science Museum. So instead of writing 2 sentences that are about the same thing, we can join Kim and I and put it together in 1 sentence about liking the Science Museum. Okay? We want to visit, but we are too busy. So that's taking 2 little sentences and joining them together using the coordinating conjunction but. The next one says, we will go soon or we will miss the new exhibit. So you're, again, taking 2 sentences that are about the same thing, about going to this museum, and joining them using the word or. The next one has to do with subordinating conjunctions. And those are going to be words like before, because, and when, and how they are used in sentences to connect different ideas. Okay. The first example says, we get together before the day is over. So before is used in that sentence to connect the 2 ideas about getting together. Because we have some time tomorrow, we can visit then. And next says, we will board the bus when it arrives. Okay. So again, we're just being able to identify before, because, and when, and how they're used when connecting ideas in sentences. Correlative conjunctions are pairs of conjunctions that work together, and they connect 2 items in a sentence. So you're going to see 2 words in these sentences. Okay, that are going to give you a clue to identify. All right, so the first one is both and. I'll read that sentence here. It says, both Joe and Sue will go on a field trip. So each of the 2 options is possible, meaning Joe's going to go on a field trip and Sue is going to go on a field trip. Okay. The next one is either and or. So either you go to the museum or you stay at school. So you're only going to pick one of those options, okay? The next one is neither or nor, okay? So neither Pablo nor I had ever been there. Neither one of us. So each of the options is not possible. You didn't go, and I didn't go. And the last one is not only, but also are examples. So later, I was not only tired, but I was also sleepy. So both options can be true. Okay. So in the part right here for practice A, you're just underlining the conjunction in each sentence. So you're looking back up here to the top, and, but, or, before, because, when, or any of these correlative conjunctions, both and, either or, neither nor, or not only but. Those are what you're going to be looking for in each of these sentences. And when you find those words in the sentence, you're going to underline them. So look at number 1 with me together. It says, I must get to school early or I will miss the bus to the museum. So or is our coordinating conjunction, so it's underlined. That's the only one in that sentence. Number 2 says before we go to the museum, our parents have to sign permission slips. So before is the coordinating conjunction up here. Subordinating conjunction up here, and we underline it in the sentence. Now my book, of course, has the answers in it, so I'm just going to read the rest of page 165 out loud to you, and I'm just going to let you look at this while I'm making this video so you can reference back to each of these different types of conjunctions. Okay. So number 3 on the next page says, the trip to the National Air and Space Museum was both thrilling and tiring. So again, you're going to be looking for key words. Number 4, we learned that telescopes are very useful and important. Number 5, neither my teacher nor I had ever seen a real space shuttle. Number 6, I want to go back to the museum because there is so much more to see. Number 7, when we visit again, I want to see the Wright brothers exhibit. And number 8, after our field trip, I learned that museums are not only fun, but also educational. Okay, part B. It says write the conjunction in parentheses that correctly completes each sentence. So you're going to have to read the sentence, look at both of the choices in the parentheses to figure out which one fits best. Okay. So number 1, I am not only happy, blank, excited about seeing the shuttle launch. And your choices are but also or nor. Number 2, before or both the space shuttles Discovery and Enterprise have been to outer space. Number 3, but or after we visited the National Air and Space Museum, I took out a book from the library on spacecrafts. Number 4, my favorite spacecraft in the book is gold or and black. Number 5, I want to be nor either a pilot or an astronaut when I grow up. Number 6, my dad and or I are watching a show about outer space. Number 7, we ate popcorn since we watched the series premiere. Number 8, neither my mom nor my brother has seen all of the shows in this popular series. Number 9, although or until they are very heavy, space shuttles rocket quickly through the air. And number 10, I know a lot about spaceships, but I don't know much about satellites. So again, I'll post the 2 pages 164 and 165 later, so you can self-correct.